But this is what I'm playing tonight. I actually put this deck on Twitter. I put 4 decks on Twitter to vote for. And this one won by a few votes. The other one that was almost won was a Big Red with Leyline Tyrant and Terror of the Peaks. I called it Double Dragon. And I'm kind of glad that deck didn't win because that deck has 4 Valakut Exploration. And I kind of didn't feel like playing Valakut Exploration tonight, I'm going to tell you. But instead, the deck that I actually really wanted to win won. I don't think that this deck is going to be like amazing. I'm going to tell you right off the top, my theory is that this deck is not incredible. But that's why we play bad decks. That's why we try them, is to make sure that they're actually bad decks. So, in case you haven't noticed, this is just the blue-red Improbable Alliance and Ironcrag Pyromancer deck with a few twists. Instead of playing like Frantic Inventory, I don't know, Thirst for Meaning, or all the other cards people tend to play in this deck, Omen of the Sea and whatnot, we are going to do the majority of our card drawing with Planeswalkers. We got Jace Mirror Mage, the Royal Scions, which is a really good Magic card, actually, Teferi Master of Time, and then Narset, which gives us a white splash. This is the only white card in the deck, but that's a good thing. You want your splashes to be minimal, it turns out. We're going to play Rogran Triome anyway. That's what made me want to add Narset, is because I was playing a 3 of Rogran Triome because it allows us to draw cards. It's just another land, right? It's for the mana base, but it's also a free, well, not free, a 3 mana drawn card, so it's really good with Pyromancer and Improbable Alliance and stuff. So I figured I'd go ahead and add white to the deck anyway, because all we have to do is throw in a couple of Fabled Passage, Needle Verge Pathway. It's a red source anyway. If we don't need it for the white source, we can use it as a red source. And then a single Plains to grab the Fabled Passage. And by the way, you may have noticed, I got me some fancy lands. I told you I was building up to them, saving for them for a little while there, like a week. And we finally got them. This is the one I picked, but I'm thinking about buying another pack of them, to be honest. But this island is dope, dude. I love this island. I like this mountain. And a lot of people really like the Sunflower Plains, but it's fine. I guess it's okay. I think there's like 2 better plains you could have in different packs. But in any case, I'm super stoked to have these old boarded lands. But that's more or less the deck. There's a couple of weird odd ins and outs. A lot of our things require us to discard cards. Teferi, discard a card. Narset, discard a card. Royal Scions, discard cards. So we're going to use Ox of Agonis and Glimpse of Freedom to take advantage of the cards in our graveyard. We're going to have a bunch of them in there, and we can't escape or jumpstart any of them or anything. So we might as well, we can't jumpstart or reanimate or anything. So we might as well have escape cards like Ox and Glimpse. And the good thing about both of these is that they, again, allow us to draw more cards. So on a turn where we just draw dead, or we can't proc Alliance or Pyromancer or whatever, then we can just escape a Glimpse if we got nothing better to do. So, we still play Opt because it's really good. Fairy Vandal is probably the worst card in the deck, but it's just another threat that can get really big over the course of the game. But I'd like to add some more removal. We get Fire Prophecy, which is really dope in this deck because it straight up says draw a card on it. So perfect card for the deck if we're going to play some removal, and we should. But aside from Fire Prophecy, Shatter Skull Smashing, Ironcrag Pyromancer, there's just not a whole lot of removal. We do have Teferi to phase out larger creatures that our red removal can't kill. Narset, as long as we have a relatively large creature in our hand or something, then Narset can take out big stuff. There's a cool play where you can discard an Ox of Agonis to a Narset and just play the Ox of Agonis that same turn. So, while taking out something with 5 toughness. So cool little combo there, but altogether I'm not sure this deck quite has what it takes. But again, that's why we test decks, is to make absolutely sure, right? But I haven't played any games with this deck, just so you know. So we're going to be finding out together if this is any good whatsoever. But before we get into it, I'm going to turn to chat and see what you good folks have been talking about right after I take a sip of water from a mason jar, because that's how we do it here in the dirty South. But let's see what's up against Zinfandel here. Not the worst hand, I gotta say. Opponent goes first. We are on 2 2-drops and 2 3-drops, which I don't love. It's a little awkward, but I'll take it. 1,000 bits for cats off the stack. Yeah, I remembered before the game even started, Flea. How incredible is that? That never happens. Let's start with blue source, Riverglide Pathway. Move my mic forward just slightly. Uh-oh, Edgewall Innkeeper. No Fire Prophecy in sight. They're going to get some value. Let's play the Mountain, just in case we need the white source on Needle Verge. And then I guess I'll probably go ahead and set up Improbable Alliance. Although I could catch him walking in with a Fairy Vandal. I think I'll try and do that. What you got? Bone Crusher. Not even going to target us first. They want the card, baby. They want the card, baby. Let's go. Opponent does, in fact, come in. Gotcha. They did get one card off of it, so it's not necessarily the best trade, but it's still a trade. All right. Island this turn. Yeah. Island this turn into Pyromancer. Just go ahead and get completely set up. We're still getting set up when you think about it, right? But I guess here's the thing. All right, so Pyromancer this turn to get set up, or we could Royal Scions this turn, go ahead and draw a card to make this 3 toughness so they can't Bone Crusher it with the other Bone Crusher in their hand. That might be the line, honestly. But I also really want to go ahead and get Pyromancer down. I want to do that so badly. Pyromancer can kill this Bone Crusher, and I think we need to do that as quickly as possible, right? Let's get in for a point. But we are against ostensibly the best deck in the format, Gruul aggro, so we got things to worry about here. Comes Questing Beast. Ugh. Go to 12. I do not like that. Questing Beast is going to pose a lot of problems for us, like our deck specifically. So that hurts. We can Triome right now and Royal Scions. Then next turn we play Ox, which can at least block the Questing Beast, but they might have a Cleave in their hands, so definitely something we got to worry about. I will drop this Needle Verge Pathway. Get rid of the Bone Crusher. Conversely, we could get this Fairy Vandal up to a 4-power guy and block the Questing Beast, but I don't know if we have enough turns to really do that. They're going to get in on us and put our Scions down to 2 here. They didn't have the Cleave, though, so we're not dead. But Questing Beast is really good against us. Like, unbelievably good against us. You going to Bone Crusher this Scions? That'd be pretty sexy. They're going to Smashing it. Okay, so here we have 2 Ox. We're going to discard our hand, but that's probably fine. Could we also... I don't want to wait a turn. Let's say if we wait a turn, we can Smashing this Beast, but I don't think I want to do that. Guess I can go ahead and get the White Source here, right? That wouldn't really hurt. Yeah, that'd be fine. That'd be fine. I really like the Alliance, but I don't love Alliance right now just because it can't do anything against Beast. Well, we don't draw a whole lot of love. Let's keep the race alive here. Put him at 11. Embercleave wins the game, I believe, here, so let's get ready for that to happen. It doesn't. Okay. Still got 5. They can do a lot of damage with 5. Here comes Scoos. They're going to get the Ox. They do have a green mana open too, so we're not going to be able to remove those Scoos with Ironcrag Pyromancer, which kind of sucks. We can, however, maybe put them at 5 this turn. I think that's possible. Ooh, that's a good draw. I like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can have 6 mana this turn, so we can either kick this Jace or play this Teferi and really not do a whole heck of a lot. I guess we can draw a card with the Teabag. Let's do that. We can draw a card with both, but, you know, this way we can draw a card and maybe still play it. Oh, there's a scoop! Nice! All right, we beat the best deck in Standard, everybody. We beat the best deck in Standard. Okay, we go first here. We got a bunch of tapped lands, which is kind of the suck. Our hand isn't super strong aside from that, but we do have two good 2-drops. So let's see if we can scry up an untapped land here for turn 2. Another Temple. I'm going to take my chances putting that on bottom and probably regret it. Probably. Opponent starts again on Edgewall Innkeeper, so we're just going to be playing against this deck tonight, baby. That's all it's going to be. I feel like I want to play this untapped. The more I think about it, the more I'm giving away my position. So I'm going to play this untapped and then not do anything. But that will probably give away what we're doing. I think that our opponent will probably get cold feet and not attack if we have open mana. But we'll see. Pass in. They attack. Holy crap. I don't think opponent has giant growth because it's not in standard. So good job. Apparently Fairy Vandal is the tech against Hedgewall and Keeper. We've got it twice now. Here comes another Edgewall. They won't make the same mistake twice, baby. They won't. They refuse to lose. Let's play Triome, get set up with an Improbable Alliance. This isn't too bad. We can Teferi next turn, proc both. Just see if opponent plays like Lovestruck Beast this turn. It's great. It's Gruul. It's Gruul, everybody. Scoos. We can go ahead and make it a 3-3. Miss Scoozy. By the way, appreciate the follow, Mono Jund. I like your name a lot. I used to be a Mono Jund player myself. Let's throw down Teabag here. Yes, let's. Oh, it's another Teferi. I actually kind of want to keep that. To be honest. Let's get rid of the Triome. Go to 1-1. Get in for 2. Right? Yeah, I can block here. What if they have a Bone Crusher? Do I want to race them anyway? I think I might want to race them. Plus, we have another Teferi. We lose this Teferi, we might be A-okay. Let's see about it. What you got, baby? We can't beat Gruul twice, can we? That'll make this deck absolutely real. We can Ox next turn. We'll have to lose the Teabag, but like, maybe we just, if we lose Teferi this turn, play Teferi again next turn, and then we have Ox at the ready with an empty hand. Opponent slaps down that 4th mana. It's pretty tasty. They use a Shatter Skull Smashing on a 1/1 token. That's what I like to see, son. That's exactly what I like to see. I'm going to draw a discard here because Teferi, I mean, would die otherwise. So let's do that and see if they pump their Scoos. If they pump their Scoos and use that last mana to kill the Teferi, then it's cool. Well, can they? I thought maybe one of us had a creature. No, neither one of us did. It is a thinker, isn't it? I'll discard the Vandal. Either way, I'm going to have to make a discard this turn, because I think I do want to play the Ox. Especially with no cards in the yard. Like, no creatures in the yard for Scoos. I think playing the Ox might be a good idea. They can't pump it up enough to where, you know, the Ox can't kill it. So, what do we actually need here? The red, blue, right? Well, I guess we're all set, honestly. I guess more blue sources is always good, though. Let's draw discard first. We got a land we can pitch if we need to. Ooh, a Royal Scions. Very nice. Yeah, let's play the Scions, guys. I think that's right. Swing 5 this turn. Yeah, why don't we do that? Let's go, baby. Maybe racing was the right idea. Put him at 14. Opponent still has some tricks. They're going to have 4 cards this turn. I exile the Vandal. That's one of the reasons I didn't know about exiling the Vandal. I wasn't sure about it. I guess we can try to, because they might come at Teferi. If they do that, we can discard Teferi. There's a Brushfire Elemental. Try to pick up a land, because we can just play the land, slap down Ox next turn, and that'll be pretty righteous. See what all they try to do here. They get effectively 5 damage free with a Brushfire, because we can't block it with anything. They'll probably use that to take out Teferi? Let's find out. They're making that decision now. Opponent offering a really interesting trade here. Let's draw a discard, see if we get a Fire Prophecy. Holy crap, we did. Yeah, there's no creature in the yard now. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Decline that. Block the Skoos. Cool. That was the play right there. Oh, a Narset! I want it! I want a Narset so bad. Let's go. We'll play the Ox whenever we have to play the Ox. Because we ain't got to do it yet. Fairy Vandal. Discard a card. Yeah. Probably more prudent to kill the edge wall. Get through with the Vandal for 6. Put him at 9. We're doing it, guys. Oh my goodness. Whew. Yeah, it's Is It Draw, Beastly Dakota. And we beat our first game. We won against Gruul aggro. In this game, we are in a really good position against Gruul aggro. So, who'd have thunk it, right? They play a land that can kill this Narset, but I took that chance to kill the edge wall and draw a card. Proc this stuff. Gonna have a hard time killing Scions, and Scions is really a problem for them. I think we're getting salted at this point. We're doing it. We're getting salted. It's happening. Opponent is very upset that they built the best deck in Standard, and it's losing to ostensibly trash. Cards literally no one plays. But that's the best thing. Isn't that the best thing about being the kind of Magic player we all are? Is this? This person to me, I am Cartman, and this person is Scott Tinnerman. I love the tiers. let's opt here. Put the well, no, I'll put the island on top so I can just play it and then play Ox. That's the thing to do. Boop, boop. Delicious draw right there, son. Oh, it's so good. It's such a good deck. Let's gain some life, because why not? Why not? They're at 1. They're at 1. See if we can pull it off. I don't know, can we? Maybe our opponent will shatter the sky this turn or something. Maybe they'll play Ugin with their 5 mana. No, this is just another excuse for them to salt us. So. Spent money on expensive sleeves and everything. We're just over here with Magic cards, baby. I wonder if our opponent's even still there. They may have closed their laptop 3 minutes ago. Right? It's entirely possible. So mad. So much anger. Spread love and be kind, everybody. This is a bit too much anger. Is that it? You throwing in the towel, baby? Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Pyrus Demon. You'll get him next time. I promise. But let's look at our hand. Is it any good? Yeah, I guess it's fine. Not a whole lot of early action. Really no early action at all. Let's take it, though. Let's try it. against Alpha Lion here. Yeah, yeah, really, the god of top decks. we found him. Jeez. We are not going to have one as crazy as that tonight, I can promise you. Uh-oh. Is how the last game started, man. Did somebody put together a perfect top decks blue-white Flyers deck? Ah, yes. Yes. That is my girl with the curves right there. Going to have 2 over this game, hopefully. We got to resolve them first, baby. I don't know if that's going to happen. Don't know if that's going to happen. That last game. I just can't get over it, man. What a freaking game that was. Alright, I think I might try and throw out something small. This time I might try and like bait him with Improbable Alliance or Royal Scions. We have 2 Royal Scions. We have 2 Pyromancers too, but I feel like the second the second Scions is more dispensable than the second Pyromancer. So if we're up against Control, I kind of do want this Alliance, so I don't think it's right to throw it out there as bait. I think Scions is like one of the worst cards against Control, honestly. So, wow, it didn't even skip a beat. Okay. We can drop off this Ox. It doesn't appear as though our opponent has any sort of interaction, or at least in the form of counter spells. What are you doing over there, then? Maybe this is the same deck we just played against. Needle Verge on red. So they are on Jeskai. Really looking over this Royal Scions here. Banishing Light. Well, that lets us resolve something. So, cool. You know what we could do is just resolve this Narset. Like right now. Sure. Let's make them deal with that. And if they resolve a threat this turn, we can just try and kill it with the Narset. Or the Fire Prophecy. You know, next turn we can go Alliance Fire Prophecy if they have a threat. But at this point, I imagine their threat will be higher than 3 toughness. So, but we'll see. Still kind of getting set up here. It might take a few turns. But as long as they let us keep letting us resolve spells, you know. Banishing Light. Okay. Okay. It's whatever. Again, we get to resolve something this turn. Like, pretty much guaranteed, so. Be nice to draw an untapped land this turn. We can resolve Alliance and Pyromancer. We could actually resolve Alliance, Royal Scions, get a guy. We could do that this turn. Might be the best way to flex the board state. Another thing is Pyromancer is technically good against Control because it's a way to win the game and go face, but I'd rather have it against, you know, aggro decks, obviously. Temple of Epiphany. It's not untapped. That really hurts. The aggressive line here would be to play Scions first, draw the card to try to get a land, and then play Alliance. But we don't get a 1/1 guy out of Alliance that way. So, Ominous Seas, baby. No, no, no. What we need at this point is more ways to draw cards. You know, these were our card draw pieces. The only one you have left is Royal Scions. So, you might actually end up hurting us a little bit. Let's resolve Alliance. See if we get hit with a 3rd Banishing Light here. That'd be fun. Again, I think Alliance might be one of the better cards to resolve against a Control deck, which is very likely is. There's a Narset, yeah. We have to find a way to beat that now. Here's what we do. Pyromancer. And since they refuse to give us a target... We pitched an alliance and got an alliance. That's really funny. They'll ramp here. They drop a land they can Ugin. Oh, they're just going to shatter. Okay. That's fine too. Fabled Passage. That's exactly what we wanted. Seriously, it is. Let's get an island. Yeah. Pyromancer. Scions. Draw, discard. Pitch the Ominous Seas. Kill the Narset. Get a guy. That's a pretty good turn. I'll take that turn all day. They still have 4 in their hand, though. They have another Shatter. That would suck. It's an ECD. We definitely hate this card very much. Put them at 21. Really 20. We'll put them at their starting life total this turn. Let's make that a red source. Get on in. Honestly, I need another untapped land. But I guess the CCD's on 2 now. Oh, geez, another Shatter. They're going to get Narset back next turn. That really hurts, my guy. That really hurts that you would do something like that. Let's throw down Needle Verge Pathway. We've already got our 1 white source that we really need. All right, so there's 7 cards in our graveyard. We need 2 more to get this Ox out. Boy, we really don't like this card. Elspeth Conquers Death, we hate that card. It would appear. If they play Ugin, then we're done. They didn't. So that's interesting. We've got to stop drawing lands. Let's get a red source and Ox. Thank you, Fabled Passage. I'm sorry I doubted you. Get it. Thank you. Okay, let's go. Ox! Hey, draw an Opt. That'd be cool if I drew an Opt here. We didn't. Two smashings, eh? Well, I guess we might be able to take out this Narset next turn if we can keep everything out. Well, there goes the emblem. They get 2 to any target whenever they cast a non-creature spell. So, that is sexy, my guy. So, what is this, just like Sweeper Tribal? Is that all we're playing against? Not a bad deck. But in a way, also not necessarily great against what we're doing, is it? Because we just get creatures whenever we want them, honestly. Yep. Just had to really think about it there for a second. Make sure I had enough to cast this Pyromancer, which we do. Alliance will fill up our graveyard if we needed to get another Ox. Satterskull Smashing, we have enough lands to take out a Realm Cloak Giant or whatever. So I'm actually not hating our position right now. I'm really not. They've already played 3 sweepers against us. Here comes Shark Typhoon. Uh-oh. Gonna kill one of the 1/1s? No, they're gonna hit us for 2. Okay. This is where things, I would imagine, start getting pretty nasty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we can just gain life with the Narset for now. And then draw discard with this. Teferi, I kind of like. 19. So what are they going to, like 17? They're good gaming us. Whatever that means. We just came in with Pyromancer for the real flex. Oh, also good game, the opponent. I wonder if they have Ugin. I mean, they got Ugins around here somewhere, right? You wouldn't build this deck not put Ugin in it. I imagine. Fleet 47 with the gifted tier 1 sub to Mr. Baguette au Fromage. Nice. And Chittering Hobo as well. And Jub Jub, which is what I often call my wife, so that's really funny. Gonna take out the Narset with the ECD. Get a 5/5 boy. 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 3 mana left, so we can Jace. Okay, cool. Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. 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 I'm just making sure that arena's cool. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. All right. Kill that. Submit 1. Yes. Auto pay. Just do it. Just do the thing. And then Jace. Hopefully this doesn't kill the Jace. It doesn't. Yay. Put him at 14. I'm going to flex with the Pyromancer again. They go to 10. I think we got it, dude. I think we can do this. Just please, God, don't draw another sweep. They did. Deck is just literally nothing but sweepers, man. Jeezy, crazy. That is not very cash money of you, my dude. Not at all. Well, that's the fairy. We just keep playing good magic cards. This should work out. Let's pitch the Glimpse. Well, I might want to play this Ox again. Yeah, I'll pitch Triumph. Triumph effectively does the same thing as Glimpse for more mana at this point. So. Do that. Do I need to play this land? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lands. So 6. So we have 4 mana to cast anything else. Our curve stops at 4, so we can Improbable Alliance and then cast anything in our deck. So we should be fine, except for except for Ox, but that should be okay. Let's keep this Triome in the turn. Here comes Narset. They gain the 2. God, are you serious? Man, these ECD decks have been so serious tonight, man. Yikes. Okay, let's drop off the Triome. Play the Glimpse. Probably shouldn't have done that yet. Honestly, they might have another sweep in their hand. Then I'd feel like a fool. Gonna take out the Teferi. God. That's just nasty. So nasty, dude. Alright, Fire Prophecy. That's not terrible. Ox, Glimpse are both playable. Ox might be interesting. I'd like to empty our hand first. So we have 10 lands, right? 3, 6, 9, 10. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is there a reason to cast Fire Prophecy this turn when we could cast Ox instead? Let's cast Teferi. If we kick Jace, we have 1 mana left. Let's go ahead and do this, see if we can trade out the Fire Prophecy. We can. Okay. So we kick Jace. And then next turn we can proc Teferi for +1 and cast Glimpse to get a surprise 2 creatures. That's a thing we can do. Let's play Jace. Let's go ahead and draw. It's an opt. It's pretty cool. Now, the ECD is going to come around to Chapter 2 this turn, and that's going to kind of force us to do some things. Well, no, it doesn't. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. We can't even do what I want to do, because I want to cast Fairy Vandal and Opt in the same turn. We can't do it. Well, we're going to put him at 10 here. Hang on to your butts, everybody. This is going to be a really close one, I think. Opponent may be punishing us because they thought we were salting, but we were actually thinking. I should have given them the thinking emote, but I didn't do it. Heart of the cards, man. We can do this. We can do this. 100 bits for woo from Flea. Thanks, Flea, for the woo there. It's a very long woo. This hurts to watch. Yeah, big benefication. Imagine if you were playing it. It's serious. Yeah, maybe I should play Typhoon over Ox. But Ox, the reason I like Ox in this deck, along with Glimpse, is that it gives us something to do with all these cards we're discarding. Royal Scions discards cards. Teferi discards cards. Improbable Alliance discards cards. So, you know, I'd really like a way to do something with all the crap we're putting in the graveyard. So I think Ox is right for the deck. I think you probably only want one. I think I'm currently on 2, but I think you probably just want one of these. Honestly, I'm really interested in tweaking this deck a little bit further because it's good. This deck is really good. It's fun. Opponent's still on the salt at the end of our turn here. You think their internet cut out? That would suck. This is a good game. And they're in a really good position, too. But position, I like how the, you know, advantage pendulum keeps swinging in one direction or the other in this game. It's really fun. Yet another opponent that's top decking like wildfire, but, you know, you got to play through it sometimes, baby. Play through the pain. We have played through this board state, these 5 1/1 flyers, guys, are the result of playing through 4 sweepers. Like, what was it? 2 Shatters and 2 Realmcloak Giants? 2 Elspeth Conqueror's Deaths we played through at this point. So, by the way, this isn't the end of our turn. We're just attacking. This is still our combat step. So, they're going to use the timeout. I mean, they're just using timeout. I'm pretty sure they're done. Their internet's done. Yeah, maybe this is salt. Maybe it's salt. I'm not really sure. I'm going to start highlighting stuff because that triggers people sometimes into action. I'm not really sure why. My working theory on why this sometimes works, like highlighting cards, and it procs people to action. My theory is that this reminds people that they're playing against a person and not like a computer or something. If you just highlight their stuff. It's also really annoying for you to constantly highlight their stuff. But no, I think they might actually be away from... I think it might be AFK right now, or maybe their internet's out. Fleet 47, get to the tier 1 sub to that quiet guy. They definitely deserve one, right? We also got a Salted Pretzels 100 bits from Flea. That's it. They're out of timeouts. I guess we win. That one doesn't feel right, does it? That one didn't feel like a very good win. I wonder if we seriously... You know, they said good game like 3 turns ago. And I wonder if they said good game because they had another Realmcloak Giant and Elspeth Conqueror's Death. They thought we weren't going to be able to play through it. But now they see that we have 2 improbable alliances they can't ECD. So we're just going to play through literally everything they do. Especially now we have Teferi and Glimpse, and they know we have both of those cards, so we can make 2 tokens on their turn now. And maybe they saw that and they closed their laptop. It's entirely possible. But I guess we got to get at least one more in because that just didn't feel right. So. Biggest jerk in my life. I guess we could opt this turn, but we'll probably save it for the Improbable Alliance, right? We do have a Scions, so we could just curve out here if we wanted to. Throw down the island and kind of just see how we feel at the end of our opponent's turn. Black Source to start the game. I want to do it. I want to do it so bad. I want to opt. I want to do it. I'm so impatient sometimes. Hey, I want that. Cool. I'll take that card. That's a good Magic card. Especially if we are playing against rogues. Fairy Vandal can be really decent. So throw down the mountain. Let's resolve Alliance while we can. Especially considering this is something I also think will be very good against rogues. It is rogues. Cool. Like, they can pick this up with Brazen Borrower, but once it's resolved, it might give them massive headaches. Temple of Deceit. That means we can resolve this Royal Scions, which is just the best thing I've ever heard in my life. But do we want to? You know, we could always Could always hold up and hit the Thieves Guild Enforcer coming in with a Fairy Vandal. It's a thing we could do. We only have 3 in our yard, so this isn't getting to 2 toughness next turn. Very likely. That's hard. No Lurrus. That's interesting, isn't it? That's a tough call. But I think while we can resolve Scions, we probably should, especially considering we'll get a 1/1. You know. Let's get our white mana for Narset next turn. And Scions. Guess I can discard this Temple. I'd rather discard the just random blue source. Yeah. That's kind of a tough call too, honestly. Another Thieves Guild Enforcer. Pretty sexy. Now we do have 8 cards, so I'm glad we didn't go the other way with that. They put a glimpse in our yard. Here comes Ruined Crab. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Fabled Passage. Oh, boy. That's going to be trouble. We have to block with this so our Scions doesn't die this turn. God. Opponent with the perfect hand to start the game. But that happens sometimes. You can't really say anything about it. Jeez, but that was brutal, though. That was obviously, like, extremely brutal. Jeez, what a turn. Blue, red. Narset. A Teferi, huh? This Vandal could get pretty big. I think I want the Teferi more. I definitely have to kill a Thieves Guild Enforcer. We know we have to do that. Get a block or 2 for the Narset. Hopefully they don't have another Thirst. Or something. Ox goes in our yard. That's pretty good. They started the game with 3 Thieves Guild Enforcers. Oh, no! 2 Pyromancers in the yard. Here comes a Soaring Thought Thief. Dude. This is the most efficient I've ever seen a Rogues deck mill. Literally ever. There's the other Ox. We're bound to see it eventually, right? Jeez. There's a Pyromancer, so that's great. Jeez, dude. Just disgusting. Fairy Vandal. I should have just discarded the Vandal, but at this point, I feel like I don't want to draw so many cards. Like, I do need to draw cards. We've got Glimpse and Ox for that. We can sneak down this Fairy Vandal this turn. We've got to start doing damage to our opponent. We've only got like 20 cards left in our library. And they're going to get a land drop every turn, by God. No blocks. All right, race starts now. Let's go. We get a Fire Prophecy. That is really, really good right now. Gonna kill this Ruined Crab, even though I don't love it. Is that a Drown in the lock? It's not. Okay. Fabled Passage. All right, so we've cleared their board state. We still have 15 cards left. We have got to start going. I don't need this passage. I don't want a land out of there. I really don't. Well, we need a 6th land. Hopefully there's still a basic in there, right? Send him for 3 to put him at 17. We need every card in our library, but I also need a sixth land if we have it. We might not even have it. Whew, just one. All right. Castle Lockthwain activated. Opponent at 15. Maybe we can win this race, y'all. Into the story, but that's going to effectively tap them out. They might get another blue mana here, and that's going to be a little worrisome. They do. Okay. Our turn. Let's not cast this Glimpse just yet. There's an Opt. That is the most efficient thing we could have drawn. 13, 12, 11, 10 if we play a Ox. 9 if we also play Opt. 8 next turn when we draw. 6 if they play a Thieves Guild Enforcer. Still probably plenty of time, but they did just draw 4. I mean, as soon as they untap, it's on, right? So, let's try to get in first. I say next, so let's cast the Opt to boost the Fairy Vandal here. It's a Fairy Vandal. Sure, I want that. So I think we put him at 7 here. Is that correct? Yep. All right, baby. Let's see. Do we play Ox? Do we? 9, 8 when we draw. Unless they have Maddening Cacophony, they're not going to beat us. So they're at 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So we have lethal. We effectively have lethal at this point. Is there a reason to push it? They probably drew removal. So there is that. Is this going to get drowned, perhaps? No. Okay. Oh, pray for me. Oh, boy. Oh, hamburgers. Hits the table. They kill it with drown, so they'll let us draw the 3. That's totally fine with them. That puts us at 9 cards. Even if they have Maddening Cacophony, we still get a turn. They said go. Give Pyromancer flying. I want as big of a spread as possible here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 mana left. So, yeah. We'll hold on to this Flame Prophecy. We can do a really cool trick here. Where we can target our own Ironcrag Pyromancer with a Flame Prophecy. And draw a card here. To boost these two guys. So. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're going to pull it off, I think. Next, let them block. They block there. Probably should have gone ahead and done it. They did have a drown. Oh, they drowned that. Okay, cool. Interesting. You may have messed up, bud. Yeah, because now we get to target you with the Pyromancer. And that's the game, baby! So, yeah, we beat Rogues, everybody. Ha-ha! Ba-doom! All right.